Hey guys, Sean Terry here. What is up? I'm pumped that you are here. Hope you're doing well. Life is great, and I hope it's great for you too. All right, so thank you for joining me. We're gonna do an awesome new app demo for you. I'm gonna do the best I can to kind of take you in it and see what it can do for you and how it changed my business, and definitely how it can change yours and save you a ton of money. But one of the biggest things is looking at why people aren't succeeding. So the question becomes, what is the reason for not succeeding in this business? Because we have a very simple business. Wholesaling houses is a simple business. We get a property under contract with a seller, right? There's steps involved in doing that. But then we assign that contract to a cash buyer. Now, we're in a market right now where there's no inventory. Cash buyers are predominant in pretty much any market across the country. In Phoenix, Arizona right now, there's 45% of the transactions go to cash buyers. So when it comes to finding a cash buyer to assign a property to you, they're like all over it, right? So it's a simple concept. And it's not difficult, but there's blockage. I've been teaching now since 2010, and I see people that struggle to get their first deal, struggle to get their second deal, struggle to get their third deal, and then all of a sudden, what happens is there's a flip that switches. And all of a sudden they have success. And that's what I want to do for you tonight. My mission here tonight is to eliminate the obstacles. And I can tell you my biggest obstacle getting started was the technology, trying to figure out all this stupid stuff that we had to figure out to get started. Even how to use Redfin and how to use Zillow and how to get the comps correctly and how to press what button and this button and that button to make everything work. But, and I know some people, there are love technology and they embrace it and they want to be on the cutting edge. And I know some other people that, that becomes difficult for them, that they want to get in the business. They understand people. They understand they can talk and negotiate and talk to sellers and they can get deals. But it's the process of doing that because it's learning all these different platforms to make it happen. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the elements of success, what it takes to get successful, and then looking at all those tools, right? And we're going to try to eliminate those, right? So there are 4 reasons why you're not succeeding in the business. There's 4 specific reasons. So we're going to look at the reasons and we're going to eliminate those for you on this particular training. Also, too, I want to show you this. We are giving $1,000 cash today for you, right? $1,000 cash. So, Alec, if you can show my screen there, I'd appreciate it. So $1,000 cash giveaway, right? Can you show my screen, Alec? Can you show my screen? Yeah, so show my screen. Okay, so it's $1,000 cash giveaway. And on this $1,000 cash giveaway, you got to be the most observant person, right? You got to be the most observant. So we're going to play like a game. It's going to be fun. You're going to like it. And you only can submit your answer one time. So here's what happens when and I've done these before, and it's been a blast, and it's been so much fun. But what happens is someone will submit over and over, and they'll just keep submitting the answer like 10,000 times, and it just completely messes up the feed, right? So you only can submit your answer one time, right? Or if you do twice, you get disqualified. And the last one is there's 4 people. Each are going to win $250 cash tonight. But you got to be attending. You got to be the most observant, and you got to watch, what we're talking about. All right, so I'm going to show you how we're going to do it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a word or a phrase, I'm going to break it up, and I'm going to give you a letter randomly during the webinar. Right? So I'm going to give you a random letter during the webinar, and you got to piecemeal, but write it down, write it down, and then you've got to submit your answer at the end of the webinar. So if you miss one letter or one number through the whole thing, you're not going to get the whole word or phrase, and it's really not going to make sense, right? And you're going to submit your answer, and you're going to be wrong. So you have to be the most observant and the most attentive watching this webinar because you're not going to be able to, when you have to submit your answer at the end, you're not going to be able to qualify because it's going to be a wrong answer. All right, so that's the $1,000 giveaway. 4 people tonight will win $250. And it's, like I said, the most observant person, the most attentive person. And I'm going to start basically giving you letters or numbers, and it's gonna compile into a word or phrase, and then you gotta submit that word or phrase at the end of the webinar. So here's your first one, right here. F. So you gotta write that F down, write F, right? And I'm gonna give you these throughout the webinar, and it's gonna turn into a word or phrase, and you're gonna submit it at the end. That's how it's gonna work. All right, so if we don't know each other, it's my fault. I apologize. I'm a God-loving family man. Been married for the last 25 years now. I have 2 beautiful daughters. I have an 18-year-old daughter at Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee. She's a singer, an awesome singer. She's has a bunch of stuff on Spotify. You can look her up. Her name's Ava Terry. And she has stuff on YouTube. You can look her up on Ava Terry. She's releasing new songs literally pretty much every couple, every 6 to 8 weeks she's releasing songs, which is really cool. So I've been flipping houses now, wholesaling houses now for 19 years. I've done hundreds of millions of dollars in deals. We currently flip anywhere from 15 to 25 houses or more a month. We're constantly hiring. We just hired another person yesterday we got starting. So we're hiring on our team. We're growing our team. We do deals nationally all across the entire country. And we do everything virtually over the phone. That's how we do, and that's how we build our business. I started the Flip to Freedom podcast in 2003. And never done a podcast before. I was literally one of the first real estate podcasts out there when it first started. I initially first recorded my podcast in my car in a recording device, and that's a whole story in itself, but I won't bore you. The bottom line is that it blew up. I had no idea the power of podcasting and the putting out content online. So it literally grew to 15 million listeners in 196 different countries. And then it turned into creating courses where now people are like, hey, how can I learn specifically how to do this? So we turned into courses, and I created the Flip to Freedom Academy. We have 9 best-selling courses with over 20,000 plus members that have gone through it. Best-selling author, and I also own multi-family properties, specifically student housing. So in the 2008 crash, right? You remember that when 2008 happened? 2005 was just like it is today, right? There was, escalated offers. There was crazy. The market was crazy. Prices were going up like crazy. It was hard to find houses. Is exactly where we were. Where we are today, it was 2005. We're basically back at that point right now. Now, what happened after 2005, 2006, the market started to slow. 2007, it really slowed. In 2008, it crashed. In 2008, 2009, all the way to 2011, home prices in Phoenix dropped 54% in Phoenix. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen here, but during that time, I got hit pretty hard. I got hammered. And it was because I lost my way from wholesaling. I got too big for my britches. I started getting into land development projects, and I started doing, things. And you don't develop land and you don't buy land at the height of the market and develop it down into the as a real estate market crash. You buy land at the crash, and then you develop it as we come out of a crash, and then you sell. That's the timing of land if you're going to do it. But I had my timing all wrong, which was terrible. The bottom line is that I researched all the asset classes that did incredible during the crash, and guess what they were? Two of them. One was student housing, right? And number two was mini storage. So I owned about 760 student housing units, and we're currently in the process. We've got a team together. We're looking for land right now to build a mini storage unit. I'm looking to build a lot of mini storage units over here the next handful of years. It's like literally the technology to run one of those things is amazing. So, did my computer go off? Oh, okay, we got it. All right, trying to figure out why it's not working. So here's the thing. You might be in a situation right now where, there's a back up real quick. So you might be in a situation right now where have been doing the business, you're attempting marketing, you're trying to talk to sellers, you're making offers, and it's frustrating right now in this market. Most of the sellers want retail. Most of the 99.9% of the sellers know it's a seller's market. They know the market's on fire. Their neighbor's house are going for 2 and 3 times that it went for, just 3, 4, 5 years ago. So everybody knows. Everybody's talking about it. I was getting my hair cut the other day, and I was talking to my hairdresser. This guy's name is Michael. And he's like, listen, the market's on fire. It's crazy. We can't, and he can't turn around and, and he's looking for a house and can't find a house. So it's amazing, right now of what's going on in the market. And for us, in more marketing, if you're getting started in this market, or if you've been doing deals for a while, I've been doing deals for close to 20 years now, 19 years now, and this is exactly like it was in 2005, right? It was a seller's market, and for wholesalers, a seller's market becomes different. You have to really define what gold is, right? There's a lot of fool's gold out there, but what is real gold? And what is gold in our business? Gold is motivation. Motivated seller. Now, I can tell you this is all going to shift. So if you can wrap your head around the business now, if you can get your team set up now, if you can get your marketing set up now, if you can get your processes set up now, well, guess what? It's going to shift from a seller's market to a buyer's market, and it's going to happen, it will happen over this next 12 to 18 months. And there's going to be a massive shift in the market where there's tons of opportunity. Yes, the foreclosures are going to start pouring in, right? They're going to start pouring in. Yes, there's going to be distressed houses and distressed sellers. Yes, sellers are going to be asking a lot less. I wholesaled during 2005, 6, 7, 8. I wholesaled down during 2008. And guess what? There are still buyers in the market, but they're not buying at 80% of value, 70% of value. They're buying at 40, 50 cents on the dollar. And a lot of those properties I sold to those buyers, they're absolutely killed it. Now, Warren Buffett always says something, is that you buy when there's blood in the street. That's what Warren Buffett says. That's his quote. Buy when blood in the street. There's blood in the street. You either sell when there's euphoria, right? We have euphoria in the real estate market right now. That's exactly what's going on. So here's the thing. Let's look at why it's potentially not working for you and how. Because if you can make it work in this market with low inventory, with not a lot of distressed sellers, in a seller's market, and you make it work now, you'll kill it. I mean, literally kill it once the distressed sellers come back in the market. All right, so here's our next letter. R. So we have an F and an R, right? So I'm going to give you a hint on the first two. All right, so first off, there's fortune in the follow-up. If you look at follow-up's incredibly important. If you look at the statistics right here, sales statistics, 48% of sales people. Now, you might not look at yourself as a salesperson, but essentially, you're in this business, you are in a sales position, meaning you're talking to sellers, you're making offers, you're getting contracts, right? So 48% of the salespeople never follow up with a prospect. So let me ask you, have you ever done this? Have you ever got a lead that has come in, you talk to them and you never follow up with them? And they say, yeah, I'm thinking about selling, maybe in a month from now or 2 months from now, right? Here, go back to the statistics. If you look at the statistics here, 25% of the salespeople make a second attempt to contact, right? A second attempt. So 25% a second attempt to contact. That's only 25%. So now people come to me and they go, oh my gosh, I'm having a hard time. I'm not making it. And I said, let me ask you a question. Are you following up with your sellers? 12% of the salespeople only make 3 contacts and they stop. They stop. That's it. 25%, they make 2 and stop. Only 12% of the people make 3 attempts and stop. Only 10%, 90% don't. Of the salespeople make more than 3 contacts. Now here, look at these stats. 2% of the sales are made on the first contact. So you talk to a seller, they call in, you make a contact with them, and you don't get the contract. You can't negotiate to get the contract. Only 2% are right out of the gate. 3% of the sales are made on second, 5% on the third, 10% on the fourth, and 80% on the 5th contact. So look at this. Do you want to increase your revenue by 80%? That's a question. Do you want to increase your revenue by 80%? Do you want to increase your business by 80%? Right? To increase your business. Now, what if it was no extra marketing, and we're going to talk about some different marketing strategies and stuff like that, and what's working now. But what if you could increase your business, your revenue, your deals, your deals, all that? You could increase by 80% by not spending any more money. 80% of the sales are made on the 5th to 12th contract. So now my question becomes to you, and here's the next letter. E. Okay. This deal, look at this. 7209 East Edgewood Ave, Phoenix. This deal, contracted for $220, sold price for $252. This came from the 9th contact. And I was able to go back and look and see our contacts. 9th contact, $27,690. So imagine if they called in, we talked to them, they weren't ready right then, which this one wasn't, and we passed. We would have lost out on $27,697. So what is the price of a phone call? Now, what if you had a system, a technology that was easy to use that did this for you? Right? 3359 Barrett Road, Akron, Ohio. Again, this is deal over the phone. $80,950, sold for $97,000 on the 6th contact. So my sales guy followed up 6 times. 6 times, finally got the deal, and during this time built rapport, found out about the kids, find out about what their pain points were, overcame objections, built rapport, and got the deal. Right? There is only 2% of what we do is a one and done transaction where the call comes in, you talk to them on the phone, they build a report, they get the contract and get 2%. Guys, if this isn't absolutely earth-shattering information for you, this is epiphany type stuff. So I want you to stay with me here, right? This is epiphany type stuff, meaning you wondering why it's not working to get to the next level. How do you get to 100,000 a year? How do you get to 250,000 a year? How do you get to consistently $1 million a year? Do you realize there's less than 1% of the population makes $1 million or has a business that runs and makes $1 million a year? $1 million a year. And $1 million in this business is not that hard. Right? I can't even remember, I can't even tell you when it was last year I haven't made $1 million in this business, right? Multi-million dollars in this business. So the bottom line is, in the business ebbs and flows, that's just part of it, and it's primarily because of people, right? People ebb and flow out of your business, so your income ebbs and flows out of the business. But as you grow your business, have more people, then what happens is it creates consistency. But the bottom line is, key is follow-up. Got to have follow-up. Now, here's the next letter. E. All right. Here's another one, 8510 Colonial Circle, Easton, Maryland. Great little house. Look at beautiful house. This seller called us. Wasn't ready to go, right? Signed a contract price. What did it cost us to sign a contract? Nothing. Cost us some money for marketing. Seller called in, right? Wasn't ready, looking for their options. Oh, I just wanted to see what you could offer on the property, right? And then left it. Done. Yeah, I'm talking to other agents. I'm talking to investors. I got to talk to my attorney. I got to think about it. All objections, right? I got to think about it. I'm going to see what I can do. I'm not ready now. I'll be ready in a couple weeks. I'll call you back, whatever. Guess what? How many times do you get objections like that? I want to think about it. I got a realtor friend that's got to look at it. I got my wife I got to talk to. My husband. I got my attorney that has to look at it. I've got, what are the objections that you have? Same objections my team has. Right? Same thing. Well, I'm not ready right now because it's in probate and I got to wait till the probate's done. I got to wait, the tenant's out, and as soon as the tenant gets out, I can, I might be able to do something. Who knows when the tenant's going to get out, right? So the bottom line is this particular deal, it took 11 contacts. 11. So 11. And most of our deals come from multiple contacts. We go back and we do our, we switched our Monday morning meetings to Tuesday meetings. So we do our Tuesday meetings now. And in our Tuesday meetings, it's a Tuesday meeting / training day. And we'll come in and the Tuesday and then do my manager meeting with my leadership team, and then we bring in the rest of the group and we do the whole meeting with everybody else. And then we do training. You know what the training consists of? Picking up the phone and following up. I get on the phone with sellers. I get on the phone with sellers. I get on the phone with buyers. I renegotiate deals. What do you think I did like this morning? Half this morning, all I did was spend back and forth talking to sellers, talking to buyers, talking to closing companies, talking to agents, and getting deals done. The bottom line is 11 contacts on this deal. A $27,000 deal took 11 contacts. So how many times are you following up on your deals? Now, this was a no deal, right? It was a no deal, meaning I'm not ready, your price seems kind of low, let me think about it. I got to talk to my attorney about it. It's in Maryland, right? And all those same objections. Follow up. This one right here is 1407 Adams Street, New Albany, Indiana. Check this one out. So here, Alex, show this one right here on the Adams right here. So New Albany, contract price $100,000, sold price $118,000, eighth contact to follow up, $17,500 profit. There's D. All right. So Freedom Logic, the intelligent automated follow-up sequence. So what I want you to do right now, I want you to text your name to 602, and you're gonna actually be texting. We have a demo platform, and I'm gonna show you. So go ahead and text this number, 602-902-1432. Text right now. 602-902, just so you can see how it works and see what happens and stuff like that. So you're gonna get a text. So if you text here, you're gonna get an automatic text back, right? You get an automatic text back, right? And then what's gonna happen, it will put you in a follow-up sequence. So this is intelligent automated follow-up sequence. So text your name to 602-902-1432. Now, I'm gonna show you why, and I'm gonna actually take you to my computer right now. And I'm gonna show you why here. Let me show you, oops, escape. I'm gonna show you here. All right, so if I go into here, this is the sales velocity calculator. I love this thing because it's amazing because it shows it. So these are leads, active opportunities. These your average deal size. That's 11,500, 12,000, 15,000, whatever your number is. This is your win rate. You get 1 in 50 deals or 2 in 100, whatever that might be. And then you get average sales cycle, let's call it 45 days of when a deal closes. Now, if you look at these numbers, you can think about what your numbers are. So for every 100 leads that you get in, right, what's your win rate? How many leads does it take to you to get a deal? Is it 1 in 50, 1 in 20, 1 in 30, whatever it might be? And then how long does it take for you to close a deal? If you know these numbers and you calculate the sales velocity, it will show you your calculated annual revenue of $186,556. So here's the question. How can we make these numbers better? And what number will give us the highest bump on revenue? So right now we're at 186,000. What if, now let's just leave the opportunities the same. What if we got 2 more deals from follow-up? Could you get 2 more deals from follow-up? Could you, if you followed up, like the numbers we said, 80% of the transactions come between the 8th and 12th, is it 8th or 12th? Yeah, 8th and 12th. Let me go back and look real quick. I just want to make sure 100%. So I want to make sure that we have this 100%. So, what's up? Oh, right here, 3? Is it 3? Okay, 3. Okay, so okay, perfect, that's pretty cool. So Alec made it so I can just press a button and I can go back. So let's look real quick at what that was. Okay, 8%, 5th, yeah, I thought it was 5th to 12th contract. 5th to 12th contract is what it is. So 5th to 12th contract is the is basically the number that it takes for you to follow up. So 5th to 12th contract. So if I go back to my computer right here, and I go here, well, look what we have. So we get 100. So we're going to look at this number. If we initiate a follow-up sequence, if we initiate more follow-up in our business, and we say, hey, we're going to follow up, and we can increase it, right? Instead of 2 contracts per 100, 1 in 50, we can get 4 contracts just by follow-up. We're not spending more money. We're not increasing our deal size. We're not getting more leads. We're keeping that's the same. Let's see what happens. Look at that. We literally double our revenue, right? Double our revenue. Now, what if we, right, because of follow-up, we get more deals, we get better at closing deals faster, right? And we go to 30, what does that do? $559,000. Same leads coming in. Now, what if we increase our deal size, right? Our deal size right now is $21,000. Let's say you go to $15,000, right? $15,000, what happens? Boom, 700. So just same amount of opportunities. Here's what point I want to make. Same amount of opportunities. The point is this, is that these numbers, the better you get, the better the skills you have, the better the platform you have, the better the automated follow-up you have, what's going to happen is the more revenue you're going to make. 730,000, all by just be massaging these numbers in your favor to become better. Better at conversions, better at your process of closing deals, better at getting bigger spreads. These numbers are all right here, are in your control. You can negotiate a lower price with a seller, right? You can do that. You can negotiate. And now, I know they say it's a crazy market, seller's market, but guess what? Our average deal size right now is $21,000, right? Our average deal size, right? Our closing percentage, we get 1 in 42 is our number right now, nationally, 1 in 42, we get 42 leads, we get a contract, right? Our average length of time is longer than we like, but we're working on getting that down right now. This is a huge number. We're really working on as a team to reduce. We switched title companies. We spread out our titles right here. We're basically baiting them against each other so we can go faster. Just to get this one number down, because we know, look at this right here. If we can get this from 30 to 20, look what this does to the number. $1 million. It raises it over $300,000+ just by reducing the sales cycle. This number is so important in our business. This closing percentage is important. So the bottom line is this, is that it's critically important to know, right, exactly what we're doing and your numbers and your KPIs in your business. All right, here's the next one. All right, here's the thing. Intelligent automated follow-up sequence. So this is the old way. This is a technology nightmare. This is how I ran my business. So if you look, have you heard of Mojo Dialer? Mojo Dialer is a dialing platform. You have the ability to dial out and talk to sellers. Launch Control is a texting platform. Podio is a CRM. Customer service, you have to build out the Podio, and then you have to connect it with Globiflow to be able to do some connections, and Zapier to be able to do it, to have it do some automated things for you. It's a pain in the neck. People have built entire businesses around Podio to help real estate investors, just like you and I, to develop this platform, to basically run their business. Now, I worked with Podio for years until I'm about to show you what we got. Lead Sherpa, again, texting, $1,000 a month just to text. CallRail is spending $1,500+ a month for CallRail, and I just put the monthly cost on here. But for me, I had so many phone numbers, so many tracking, so many campaigns I was working on that CallRail was exorbitant right here. MailChimp, right? You got to be able to send out emails to your buyers and sellers to be able to do that. Zapier is an integration tool. So that is the old way of actually doing. Now, all of these are different platforms that cost money. All of these take a learning curve to learn how to do it. So I'm going to tell you here, you know what the biggest problem is that I hear, right? And I run one of the largest real estate wholesaling masterminds in the country. It's called Syndicate 9 Mastermind. And we have new people, Deal Syndicate. We have advanced people, 6-figure syndicate. And we have rock stars, 7-figure syndicate. So the Deal Syndicate, 6-figure syndicate, you know what becomes a massive challenge for them is understanding and working and managing all these different they have different logins, they have different learning curves, they have different nickel and dime, like CallRail, nickels and dimes are for everything, right? Mojo, nickels and dimes, Zapier, all these different things, it's crazy. So what happens is you're spending all this $20 here, $50 here, $100 here, all these different platforms, and you're learning it all. And when you're doing that, what are you not doing? What makes money in this business? What makes money right now in this business? Talking to sellers, making offers, selling properties. That's it. That's the only thing in this business to make money. But you got to have these platforms to be able to talk to sellers, make offers, sell properties, right? So that's it. We have a very simplistic business, but what happens is we throw all the smoke in the air with all these different platforms that we have to learn because we have to track our campaigns. We have to have Mojo Dollars so we can call extra amount of people. We have to have Podio here so we can manage all of our sellers and have all their details and have a team of people working in a platform. We have to have Globiflow because there's extra cool stuff we want to make happen. We have to have MailChimp so we can mass email people, right? We have to have all these different platforms together and it becomes, I don't know, what's the word? It becomes the thing that stops people. They get frustrated. They're like pulling their hair out and they go, I can't handle it. So what is the new way? What is the new way? So let's get in to the new way of doing business, right? All right. Well, what am I doing in MLS? All right. So we got Freedom Logic, right? Freedom Logic. Now, Freedom Logic, once you initially log in, this is your task manager, and it has all the tasks, who it's assigned to, this is you, of course, the due date, right? And you can have a calendar, you can log in, and you can have all your tasks in here, like this one right here, or that's March, but have a task in here. We'll put one in there so you can see it. All the tasks in this platform, so you can go in. So I have a team of people. My team works inside, and this is a demo account. But if this is your account, you can go in for today, and you can click on it, and I'll give you a list of everything you need to follow up on, so you have it right there, which is great. You don't have to use a Google Calendar or anything like that. So when you log in, it has your tasks that's due, right? And it has also a calendar of when other stuff is due and you can follow up. It has obviously a list of properties on there. Now, here, and I'm gonna go through each one, we have Zip Finder. This is brand new, just released. It gives you the ability to find the hottest zip codes in your market or in any market. So people go, hey, and I literally, I was on a Zoom call with a whole group of the Flip to Freedom Academy members. I get on every 2 weeks with people and they say, how do I know what market, how do I know, in Atlanta, where I should send? I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. Where should I send direct mail? Where should I send? Where should I target and pull names so I can call or text? Right? So this right here is incredible. Zip for it tells you the hottest markets in any given market across the United States. Now we got marketing. We got Lead Finder we'll talk about, right? You can actually generate leads through the system. Cash buyers, email broadcasts. This is your elimination right here. This is your elimination of MailChimp or any other email platform you use. Texting broadcast system. You have internal texting within the system. Click to call dialer, so you can turn around. It's an integrated phone system within the platform. Follow up. So if you want to follow up with your leads, guess what? Here's a follow up, and this is not automated. This is what you do. I'm going to show you automated here in a second. High converting, literally octane websites, right? And we're going to show about different conversions, and we'll talk about that, but these websites are literally one of the highest conversion, and it's literally right out of the gate, which is cool. Then we have leads. You have your dashboard with all your KPIs on your leads. You have your pipeline between all your lists, your workspaces, which are all your sales team. It's awesome, right? And you got seller leads and you got buyer leads. So these seller leads, we can go into a seller lead. It's everything. Literally, you keep all your documents, all your pictures. You can run comps out of there. You can designate tasks out of there. You can communicate with a seller out of there. And I'm going to show you all this, but you can communicate. You can text them. You can call them out of the platform. Insane. All within here. Integrated Google Maps, integrated Street View. So when my team is talking to a seller, they'll pull up a Street View map and they're going to talk to them about their house. They're going to pull up a Google map and they're going to talk to them about locations right there in front of them. Properties, these are properties that you have, and we have a certain flow of the way the properties are laid out, in the way they flow within the business. We have buyers, right? These are contacts and phone reports of what's going on in your system, right? So this is the platform. So if we go through and we're gonna start, let's just start with Zip Finder, right? And we're gonna go through and let's pick, I like North Carolina. I actually used to live in North Carolina. I used to live in Raleigh actually. So we'll put Raleigh, North Carolina right here, and we'll do the last 90 days. So now if let's say theoretically, I wanted to do business in Raleigh, but I don't want to hit all of Raleigh. But I want to know where is the hottest markets in Raleigh. Now look at this right here. It will tell you in Raleigh, North Carolina, these are the hottest zip codes in Raleigh. So we got this one right here, 147. So let's just take that right there, copy. I'm going to put it in a clipboard right here. I'm going to stick it here. And I'm going to put that there. That's 147 investor sales in the last 90 days in this zip code. Why would you want to hit all the zip codes? Why won't you hit that zip code? What about this one, 81? Let's take that one, right? We're going to take that one, copy. We're going to go put it over here, right? We're going to go over here, 75. Let's go here. Boom, copy, put it over here, right? Let's do one more. We got 56 right here. Boom, let's grab that, copy, let's put it over here. Boom, paste it. All right, so we've got all these right here. So what we're gonna do is now, right, this is any market. So now what if we go to Georgia, right? And we go Atlanta. Oops, that'll be helpful. Right, so we got Atlanta, Georgia. So it's going to do a search in 90 days, right? So, you can put any city, state across. Now, it's going to tell you within Atlanta what's the #1 zip code in the market right here, and you can zoom in. Right? And you can go through and you can click on here, the top zip codes in the market, and here's what I like. See this right here? I like hitting these smaller markets outside of Atlanta. So people go, how do I find small markets outside of a major city? Like this one right here, 107. Look at this. This right here in, what is that, Union City? Have you ever heard of Union City? This one right here, this little one. 107. What about this one? Sandy Springs. 43 investor sales. Why not market there? Why not drop direct mail? Why not cold call there? Why not drop text? Why not do that? What about here, right? This is Atlanta. It's competitive here, right? For this one right here. That one's probably a little bit competitive, but here, these markets outside these markets are huge, right? Now, the cool thing is you can go by county. Let's say, what's the big county in, what's the major, largest, Ware County. All right, so we got Ware County. Let's go over here, Ware County. Ware County, so we do a search. So this is the entire county now. If we want to know the whole county, right, it's going to tell us where the best zip codes are, and that is right there, 835301. So, all right, so now what do we do? So we got our little list of zip codes right here. How do we make money? That is the most important. Let's go to Lead Finder. We're going to Lead Finder, we're going to do a start search right here, and we're going to go to North Carolina. We're going to North Carolina, right? We're going to put R-A-L-E-I-G-H, Raleigh, North Carolina. We're going to put no preference on owner, and we want vacant houses in there, and we want property type. We want all these right here. We're just going to pull them out of here. You could put tax delinquent, foreclosures, and stuff like that. If you have smaller markets, right? Actually, I'm not going to put Raleigh. Why would I do that? Why I would do this? Because I want to market to these particular zip codes, right? So I'm going to go here. I'm going to paste them in. I'm going to put a comma right in between here, right? And I'm going to do a search. And I'm going to search those particular zip codes that are the hot little markets, and it's going to give me 554 potential leads that I can target in those hot zip codes. Now I'm going to select, right, all. I can select all 54, add to lead list, right? I'm going to go seller leads. I'm going to call it R-A-L-I, is it E-I-G-H, Raleigh test, right? And I'm going to workflow automation. I'll talk about that in a second. List permission, talk about that. I'm going to create the list. So now what it's going to do is going to create a list in the campaign. I'm going to attach a phone number to it right here. I'm going to use a campaign phone number. Let's, oops, we go here. Campaign phone number, we'll use where do we go? Right here, Google PPC on there, and we're going to make sure we get the workflow selected. We got the Freedom Logic automation, right? So now we have these leads right here, right? So let me show you if I go back, and we got marketing, and we go back to pipeline right here. You got your lists. Now your lists will be on here. Here's one I did earlier, Raleigh. If I go here, here's your list right here, and now here is your list. Now it has your list. As here, you can skip trace them too. Like if you wanted to go through and skip trace that list, you could select the action, you could skip trace the leads to get phone numbers. Now, what if I wanted to call or text them right directly from the platform? I could go here, I could go SMS broadcast, right? And I could drop in an SMS broadcast like this right here. Right? I could go over here, I could paste in, right? And I have seller information, I can drop all their information if need, I can put the property address, whatever. I'm gonna send only to mobile numbers, right? I'm gonna remove duplicates, I'm gonna get off the DNC list, I'm gonna get off the litigator list, I acknowledge, and I'm gonna go next, right here. Oh, I gotta select the campaign. I'm gonna select the campaign right here, Bing PPC, there we go, next. So now I go next, guess what? Now here's my list right here, right? And I only selected 10, but I can call out of the platform if I wanted. I can call, or I can send an SMS right directly out of the platform in the system right here, right? So it's all done within the system. It gives you deliverability, right? It shows you what you're doing, and you just go bam, 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 bam. You can text all these, or you can call all these right directly out of the system, which is amazing. So if I go back to Lead Finder is amazing right here because you can turn around, you can pull, if I wanted to pick a broader list, I just wanted to hit all of Raleigh, right? I wanted to hit all of Raleigh, and I wanted to get no preference. I wanted to get tax delinquent properties, yes, all in Raleigh, property type, I want all these search. I could take all these people in Raleigh, oops, maybe they don't have tax delinquent in Raleigh, but I'm gonna have all the vacants in Raleigh. No preference. Search. Oops. Did I spell it wrong? Oh, I have Arizona. Yeah, there's no city in Arizona called Raleigh. So let me try that again. Let's do tax delinquent. No preference, search properties, search, just see if anything comes up. Oh yeah, so we got 75. These are, I bet this is a great list. These are tax delinquent in a super hot market across the country. I'd pick up the phone, or I'd dial through here, and I would call these people. I think that would be great. So now we got cash buyers in the system. You can actually pull Arizona. Let's see if we go back to Raleigh, or back to North Carolina. Right? If I go back to North Carolina and I go to Raleigh, North Carolina, I can pull cash buyers right here. Look at that, Open Doors, Zillow Homes. These are the top cash buyers, how many properties they have, right? And all you can do is you can just skip trace them, or you can just Google them, but these are top buyers in the area and how many properties they actually purchased. which is making, you can show the properties that they actually purchased and the price that they purchased them for. So if you're gonna be purchasing a property, you can actually see what they're purchasing the properties for, which is unbelievable data. I mean, look at all this information, it's amazing. So these are all the top, Garner and Sawyer LLC. Here's the properties they bought 3. Here's the 3 properties you bought. So if you're going to be talking to them. So this is a great resource, cash buyers. Email broadcasts. So now you have buyers in your database, and I want to hit all my confirmed Jasper buyers, or all my confirmed buyers in my database. It's coming from me, and I'm going to say, hot, property. I put a hot property. I can put a picture in there if I want. I can go in and drop in the information about the property. I can literally send and drop it to all my confirmed buyers in my system, which is amazing, which is huge. All right, so now, right, we've got SMS broadcast, right? You can turn around and you can send SMS broadcasts to people. You can call them and you can send a text directly out of the system, which is phenomenal. So you got SMS broadcast, you got your click-to-call dialer, right? You can turn around, you can create a campaign, and you can call sellers, just like we talked about, right out of the system. And you've got follow-up. So this is follow-up. This is important how this works. This takes the leads in your database that you select. It shows you where the leads came from, right? And it allows you to do follow-up on these via call or SMS. So you're able to call or text all these sellers within your system, right? And you can do this in a manual fashion, but let me show you something really cool right here. I'm gonna go to settings. I'm gonna go to workflow automations. Right here. This is automatic automations that is done by me. So when you select a status, new no contact, long-term company follow-up, realtor referral, whatever it might be, you can see that there's certain actions, 19 actions right here. So if I go to new no contact, what happens is the system is automatically going to text them, hello, property first name, are you still interested in selling your address? It's automatically gonna send it. Then you have an email that's gonna go out. Then you have another text. Then you have an email. Then you have a text. Then you have an email. Then you have a text. And it continues to go, and then it restarts the entire campaign all over again after 6 days. So this is a continuous. Do you have any idea how many leads I wrote every single one of these? Do you know how many leads we get from this? How many deals we buy from this particular automated follow-up sequence? Now, the hottest lead in your entire database is follow-up. That's your hottest lead. Hottest lead is follow-up. If you go through your database and you look at your database, you want hot follow-up. Those are the ones you're going to hit first. The second best lead in your entire database is new no contact. Those are leads that you paid for. You paid for the leads, but you haven't contacted them yet, right? So you haven't contacted them. You want to have an automatic, smart follow-up system behind the scenes that you don't have to deal with. It's automatically doing the follow-up. This is what this does. This does it through SMS and email, right? And it does it. Now, what happens if someone says, I don't want to sell now, but I want to sell down the road? Well, look at this. This is a sequence that's a 270-day delay sequence. 270, that's almost a year. Almost a year sequence of text and email and text that I personally wrote every single one of these text and email. We got realtor referral. We've got contract sent. So on contract sent, we want to remove them from the email and the context and move them to contract sent, right? So we want certain actions to happen When a status is selected, we have certain actions right here. So if someone's dead right here, if they're dead, right, we want to move from all future SMS. We want to and basically follow up in 180 days. It's an automatic text that will go out. Hi, property name. Sorry to bother you. I wanted to follow about your property address. Would you be interested in selling? You wouldn't be interested in selling, would you? So another great one, move to dead if there is no response after that. So these are behind the scenes, automatic, done with the campaign out of the box. Out of the box with this right here. All right, let's go to the most important part. Let's go to leads. Leads is the most important part right here. Leads and properties. These are where I spend most of my time. Now, first off, you have dashboard. It gives you all your KPIs, gives your campaign size, total leads generated, average response rate, leads of the properties, right? It gives you revenue per lead, total revenue generated, cost per lead, right? And total cost of the campaign. So it gives you all right here, your KPIs, and it can be sorted by different date systems if you want like that. So now, this is good. So now you have pipeline. In your pipeline, you have all your different campaigns. It's everything together. Then you might have lists, like your Raleigh list that we did. We have a Santa Barbara list that we did, or another Raleigh list that I tested. We have campaigns. So we have our Google, Bing, PPC campaigns. Now, when our sales guys come in, they work their leads from this dashboard. They'll come in and say, okay, I want to hit my new follow-ups. I want to hit my hot follow-ups. I got 23 hot follow-ups. So I'm going to go call them right now. So I'm going to go into my hot follow-ups right here, and I want to start calling these right now immediately and get on the phone and start talking. So I got Zephylla's, Florida. So if I click into here, this is a hot follow-up. This is now in the lead. What if I want to call them? I'll call them right out the system. What if I want to text them? I'll shoot them a text right directly out of the system, right? I have their address, right? And I'm on this house right here. Cute little house. Actually, it looks like almost like a quasi-mobile home right here, like a manufactured home, but it shows the house. So you're talking to seller, goes, wow, is that a manufactured home, Mr. Seller? Right? Is this a mobile? It looks like a mobile home, Mr. Seller. Is this a mobile home, Mr. Seller? Right? Let's see where your property's at. Oh, wow. Looks like a cool place. How long have you lived in this particular area, Mr. Seller? And you're looking for points of interest. I haven't been in this lead before, but you got KB Court townhomes. You got looks like there's like Zephyr Park that's right down the street. Is that a cool little place? Is that what else is around the neighborhood? Is there any schools around the neighborhood that would increase the value of the property, right? So when you're talking to a seller, remember the lead's gonna drop in, whether it be Google or PPC, or if it's even direct mail or phone call. We haven't talked about the phone system yet. I'll talk about that in a second. But the bottom line is the lead will come in, guess what? Boom. Talk to them right there. And I'll have a conversation about the problem, standing right in front of their house and having a conversation with them about their house, right? Which is great. So now this is all the information, status details. Here's all the statuses. And when you select a status, right? Actually, this is the pipeline. This is the book, right? Here's the status. This is the most important part. When you select a status is where everything happens and the automation happens, right? So what if I have this seller, I'm talking to him, right? It came from a Bing PPC. That's the name, right? We want property info about the property. We want first asking price. We want reason for selling, condition of the property, mortgage information if there is any, 3 lowest comps, second asking price, appointment details if it's going to be a over the phone or an in-person appointment, cash offer numbers, seller financing offer if you're going to do it, and then dispo notes. If you put the purchase price in, sales price, any repair cost, or anything like that, it's automatically going to calculate estimated revenue. That estimated revenue is then dropped in your PPC campaign. Any marketing details, disposition notes, or additional notes, right? This is completely 100% customizable. You don't have to have these right here. You can manage them and make them all your own if you want. This is what we use and how we use it, okay? In my wholesaling business. Now, I've got this seller. I'm talking to him on the phone right now. There's communication, a communication section. Do I want to SMS them, right? If I want to, I can send them an email if I want to. We even have fax. You can send them a fax if you know what that is. But you can do that. Photos, we upload our photos in here. We upload all of our documents that we have, our title documents going here. We have tasks. So if I'm going to do a task and I want to follow up with the seller, right? I'm going to follow up with the contact, right? I'm going to sign it to Sean Terry. I'm going to put a due date of February 4th, right? And I want to send me a reminder 30 minutes prior at the time, right? Now I'm going to do a contact. It's automatically going to register. Now, what if I'm talking to a seller and I'm trying to figure out a ballpark if they're close on their number, but I don't want to pull up Zillow and Redfin and everything like that? I can go to comparable sales. So now I can go to comparable sales, and this is amazingly accurate. It's sorted automatically by distance for you. It gives you all your details: 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,296 square feet, built in 99, tax appraised value, right? And then what happens is we're gonna go through and we're gonna select properties, all right? So we're gonna look at 1296. We got an exact match, 1296 right here. What else we got? 12, no other 1296s. Okay, so now we've got, so ours is built in 99, this is built in 84, 80s, 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 91. Here's a 91, 75, 160, 78, 79. There's not a lot of good comps in here. And I haven't pulled this one up. This is like a first. 86, but we're over a mile, so I want to stay within a mile of this property. I got to be in here. So this is not a lot of comps, you know, honestly, for this particular property. But I'm 1296, so I can pick 1400. This is 1999, so I'd have to pick a 1991 right here. So there's a 1400. Here's a 1496. Here's 1,000 square foot one. I'm gonna pick that one right there. I'm trying to pick the highest price ones that work. So you got a 148 for 1,056. You got a 145, 1980. A little bit lower. You get a 175, that's out of the picture. 91, 97, okay. So I'm just going through. So you pick 2 or 3 properties. It automatically gives you a estimated based upon the square footage and the price per square foot, and then gives you an offer chart, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80% of that value. So you're talking to a seller and you're just kind of in there giving you information, you're clicking on this, and this is a quick and dirty. This is not what you exit for. This is not what you offer. This is quick and dirty. And seller goes, yeah, you know, I'm looking to get $88,000 for my property. Well, you might be in the money right there, $88,000. And you go, well, it's a little bit high. It's on the higher end. You know, the property, I see some other properties right there that are going for, you know, $64,000, another one for $98,000, another one for $60,000, another one $70,000, right? Another one for $58,000. So, you know, that seems like a pretty high price. You know, would you consider like 50 to 63 on the property, you know, as a soft pass, right? So now you're having that conversation with that seller. So you get leads right here. So now what if I go back? I'm going to go return the lead details. Now I've talked to them and they go, yes, I'll take 63 for this deal. Absolutely, right? Now we go, okay, great. Boom, what I'm going to do is I am going to generate a contract. I'm going to generate a contract. I'm going to go here. Oops. I'm going to select this. I'm going to go here. This all looks good. I'm going to go here. And now I can generate a contract, and here's my contract with the seller, right? And I can complete it and I can send it out, and it's a DocuSign fashion style contract, right? So a seller can DocuSign it right on their phone and they're good to go. And now you get that contract signed without even lifting a finger, uploading a document. Everything's already, and you can upload your documents. Those are my documents that you saw in there. But this literally has everything in it for you in this particular lead, which is amazing. Now you have properties, right? So you have, well, first off, let me go back to leads. Let me go up to actually pipeline right here. I'm going to workspaces. This workspaces is where all your team, right here is. So all your team is in here. So I got Gia's book of business. I got Rich's book of business. I've got Steve's book of business. I've got Renee's book of business. I got Josh's book of business. So everyone has their own book of business and they work within their book of business. So this is Gia. I've got a hot follow-up. I got a new no contact when I call my hot follow-up. Here's my follow-up right here. Boom. Right here is my comparable sales on this particular product. Must not be in there. Let me see. Must not have the address in there. Yeah, I don't have the full address in there on the property. But basically that is how you are able to do that. Deerfield, Florida, that's in her book as a hot follow-up. So it keeps everything organized. Now, what happens when a deal turns into a property? Now properties go over here, right? Now you have closed properties, open accepted offers. You have pending approval, in escrow to purchase, sold to buyer. So let's say these are sold to buyer. This is the revenue that's coming in on sold to buyer. In escrow to purchase, here's your pipeline revenue, right? Of all the deals or pipeline estimated revenue, right? You might have offer accepted. You got a deal accepted. Here's it goes. Then it's going to be moved over to in escrow purchase. Now these are going to be marketed for sale to buyers, right? And then once it's sold, it's going to go over to sold to buyer. So this is where I live. This is where I spend 90% of my time in the business because I want to see what's happening in your pipeline. You want to have a fat pipeline, right? And you have a lot of properties sold to buyer because this will get properties closing every single week. Now, let's go over real quick, right? And then we're going to wrap this up. I want to go over real quick and I want to show you the websites. These are the top performing websites you can get, right? So if I go here, you can easily connect a domain if you want to, but these are high performing. All you got to do is put a logo. All you got to do is put your phone number. Everything else is connected. The form drops leads directly. If someone calls the phone number, the lead goes directly in the system. Right? This is a website that I developed and all you got to do is make it your own, right? It's a two-step process, lead capture form. So now they go to step 2. You gather information like this. What is a property square footed? What is the lowest acceptable offer you will take? Do you realize how many times we got a deal in Santa Barbara, California, $192,000 deal. That deal came because the seller put $500,000 right here. They put $500,000. We said, okay, we'll give you $500 grand. We found out and sold it for $750,000. So it's and by the time we did taxes and closing costs and paid what we had to pay, it was ended up $192,000. So smoking deal, right? This right here. Now, if I go back. Right here. So now we have all these right here. We have our automation we showed you, got our workflow. We have our people. We can add our entire team inside here, which is cool. Custom fields. You can change any of the property details. Any of these custom fields you can customize and make your own, which is amazing. We have our domains, right? You can add a domain inside the system right here to connect it to your on a one-step, easy process to do. And then you got phones, which is amazing. So now you can add a phone number inside the system, toll free or local. You can add that phone number in your system. And now the phone number's in the system. You can set it up where they get automatic text in the system. You can forward the number through call automation, right? So now you have call automation. So what if you wanted to do a call automation right here? Oops. If you wanted to do a live answer. So you can connect a live answer, you can do a call flow system, or you can do a round robin system inside of Freedom Logic. So now you can have a phone number, right? One of your phone numbers. And if you wanted on round robin, the leads to round robin to your different sales reps, you could do it. You could have it call forward and all the lead tracking information would drop right in here. And it would capture that information. So all this is inside here. Now, if I go over here, look at Clifford, here, right here. Here's Clifford right here. So I'm going to go to Clifford. Right here's Clifford. I'm going to say, right? Hey, Clifford. I'm going to send SMS to Clifford. There you go, Clifford. What is up, Clifford? Clifford's in the house, right? So I go back over here. So I send a message to Clifford. Caller appears to hung up. Here's Alan. What's up, Alan? Alan's in the house. Send him a text, right? There's Alan, right? And it tells it, so these leads come in right here. So someone calls or texts the system, taco soup is ready, it's hot. Is that my wife? All right. Fred Way from Toronto, Canada. What's up, Fred? How's it going, Fred? Canada's going crazy up there right now. Fred in the house. The Z house. House. Fred's in the house. Send. So I just sent it to Fred. Yeah. So that's cool. People coming in. Text them. Travis. CRM. What's the name of the system? Freedom Logic. Jim Smith. My name is Evans. What's up, Evan? What's up, Matt? What's up, Cliff? What's up, Robert? What's up, Pete? What's up, Eric? Right? Yvonne. Stop. Don T. Don T's in the house. What's up, Don T? Don T. Send in the house. So yeah, so this is fun, but it keeps all your so if sellers text back and forth right here, you can sort it by you want. You can sort it by filter it by campaign, which is pretty cool. You can also filter it by like Rich's book if Rich wants to look, or if not Rich, but if say Gia wants to look at all her ones that came in. Here's everything from Gia, so she can just focus on her conversations that have come in, so you don't have to worry about everybody else's. You got voicemails, did not contact you, right? So all this is set up inside here. So this is the platform Freedom Logic. Let me show you some other cool stuff too, so we can get into it. So that is the new way. I kind of went through a lot. Okay, here's M. Here's M, right? So now, leads, no business. So you can't have follow-up unless you have leads, right? So to get leads coming in their business, you have to have them coming in. Here's L. L for you guys. You got to have instant leads. Now, I kind of went through that already, so you understand it. But you want to focus on your lead management and your lead follow-up. There's O. So all these different platforms for me, through the leads, through automated follow-up sequence, so all this stuff right here, the hard way, complete lead management and reporting. I had to have all this stuff: DocuSign, Zapier, MailChimp, Globiflow, Zillow for Comps, Podio, CallRail. This is the old way of doing stuff. The new way is I just showed you the entire platform, which is amazing. Now, I want to talk about a couple other things that's really going to make an impact in your business. One way that we get massive amount of leads coming in their business is through pay-per-click advertising. Pay-per-click advertising is critical because it allows us to scale our leads and have leads coming in from all over the country. So picture this. I have Google AdWords, I have Bing, and I have direct mails. Those are our main source of lead generation sources coming in, primarily from pay-per-click advertising. I can literally go in and up my budget, and I can get significant amount of leads coming in. I can go from 10 leads, well, we can't do anything with 10, a day or a minute, right? Up to 100 leads on a point and click. Literally a point and click, it's insane. If I wanted to generate 1,000 leads a day, I could, right? The only thing stopping me right now is people, right? We just hired someone brand new today. So our sales team is growing dramatically right now, but we're looking for incredible rock star people that can help us manage all these leads, because I know I could literally get to 1,000 leads a day if I wanted to. And each rep could get 10 new leads if we wanted, right? It's crazy. The potential of what we're talking about right here. So online marketing automation, the old way, Google AdWords is an incredible way. And here's what Google kind of looks like, right? You have paid ads, non-paid ads, and you have paid ads. So people pay for their ads to show up on Google. Like we buy houses, sell my house fast for cash, right? So this is what Google looks like. Now, the average conversion rate, if you look at this number right up here to the right, this one right here, the average conversion rate, if you look at that number right there, is 3.48%. So the average conversion rate in Google ads on mobile across industries, and mobile is the majority of the traffic that comes across, is 3.84%. 3.84%. So what does that mean? What does conversion mean? So let's look at conversion. So if you get, say, 1,000 clicks, and you use 3.84 as the number, you're gonna get 38 conversions. Now, what did I tell you? What did I tell you that the leads per contract for us is nationally is 42. 42 leads per contract is our number. 42 leads per contract is our number, right? So 42 leads. So in this scenario, if you get 1,000 clicks with Google's conversion number at 3.8%, which is average across multiple industries, which is essentially supposed to be good, then you would get what? 38 leads. You wouldn't even get one deal. So now the question is, what does it cost for 1,000 clicks? Well, here's my campaign, right? Let's look at it. So here's our average cost per click. Now I have a California campaign in here, it's pretty high. But you got $6 to $7. $6 to $7. So if you take $6 to $7, right? $6 to $7, I'm almost done here. 6 times 1,000, that's $6,000 in spend to get 38 leads. So $6,000 divided by 38 is a cost per lead of $157. You know what my cost per lead is in Phoenix was when I was doing this type of marketing? $450 to $500 cost per lead to get a lead. To get a lead. Insane. Crazy, right? So this right here with this is good. 1,000 to get 38. What if I could show you better? What if there's a better website? Now let me show you my conversion numbers here in a second. Check this out. So now, this is Google's average that we talked about right here. Average conversion rate. This is strictly mobile. 33.48%. Now let's look at mine. Look at this right here. 16%, 10%, 8.14% for an average of 13. So let's just look at this one right here. This is our national campaign right here. 16.87%, 16.87%. So I'm gonna change this. Same 1,000 clicks, but we got 16.87% conversion rate. 168 leads for the same 6,000. So 168 divided by 42. Now we get 4 contracts. Our average contract size is 21,000. We made $84,000 in this scenario. $84,000, right? 84,000. Because our average deal size is 21,000. 42 divided into 168 is 4 deals. 4 deals times 21,000 is 84,000 on a spend of $6,000. That's how that is the difference between conversion optimization. So what's conversion optimization? It all has to do with campaign setup, how you set your campaign up, all that, and most importantly, the most important thing is this right here. This website, oh, not this website, this website right here. This is a high converting website. Now, there is a gentleman in our business that has a software that does national like buyers lists and stuff like that. And they have a website. He was bragging at his 6% conversion rate, and then I showed him our 16% conversion rate on this. It is a dramatic difference. I mean, literally. Now, if you multiply that times annually, you're talking hundreds, if not millions of dollars difference in revenue because it's done right. It's done right. And I'm giving you my high converting website, a part of this, which I don't know why. Because I'm a nice guy. Anyway, so the bottom line is that. So let's go back here. All right, so now those are paid ads. We have still with me on that. Conversion optimization, we talked about that. Online marketing automation, we talked about that. C. So imagine the time, energy, effort, money it would take to set up Podio, to set up Globiflow to connect with Podio. How do I know Globiflow? Because I connected it to Podio. I had to learn the code of Globiflow to connect it with Podio so I could have certain automations done like follow-up that's automatically done in here. Lead Sherpa, I know how to do Lead Sherpa. It's a click-to-call texting platform. It's $1,000 a month, right? And I'm telling you, it's another whole platform to learn. Plecto board, I have Plecto board for KPIs. I have it integrated in the system. CallRail, phone system, had to have all these campaigns and phones set up, directly integrated in the system. We had to have phone system like Dialpad, already in the system, already done. MailChimp, we had to have MailChimp, we have integrated email platform. Zapier had to connect all these softwares and make them work. But if they're all in one, it makes more sense. Mojo Dialer, a caller out of the system. We have a caller in the system. Wix is a website platform, at least $70, $80 a year if you have a buyer's and web site. Plus you have to pay for a domain. Plus you have to pay for an email platform. All done. DocuSign, depending on how many users and how many envelopes you have, it could be $80 to $150 a year, a month. And then you have launch control. So all these platforms, all of them, cost me about $37,000 a year to run my operation. $37,000 a year. Now, most people, right, they get in and they have a technology overload because they have to get this and have to get that and have to do this and have to do that. But here's D. 72% of the investors get overwhelmed. They don't make any money because they're too busy filling out stuff and trying to learn this and trying to learn that, and they quit. It happens until Freedom Logic. Here's E. All right. All-in-one lead management system. Perfect for small or large teams. You can have a big team like I do. Buyer and seller websites with easy domain connect. You type in the domain. If it's available, you connect it, you're online within minutes. My custom written intelligent follow-up sequence for new no contacts, for long-term follow-up, for the whole, every status has its own integrated steps that you need to have. Smart status pre-configuration, that's what I'm talking about. Integrated digital signing with My Contracts, Google Maps and Street View for easy evaluation. Integrated phone system, integrated SMS broadcast, integrated email, lead finder with integrated skip trace and SMS. There's skip tracing in here too, by the way. Smart campaign KPI dashboard, whiteboard property flow management, Zillow and e-appraisal for instant comps. Actually, the comps are even better than that now. Easy lead management with start statuses, internal buyer match, complete task management, calendar for visual, daily task to-do list, employee permission control. So listen, if you have your sales guys, but you don't want to see your marketing campaigns, you don't have to. Full training by me and my team. We have a great support system, and it is completely mobile friendly, which is amazing. We have A. Are you guys paying attention? All right, total cost of all these tools needed. Total monthly cost of all these different integrated tools to put it all together for me was $3,100 a month or $37,000. $200 a deal, $37,200 a year annually is what it cost me, and that is ridiculous. That is just to learn and know all these things. So you get to save $37,000 plus and hours of stress trying to figure out all these different platforms. So we got L. So here's the thing. We are opening up, we have special pricing. I'm doing this webinar for special pricing. We have 75 users. It's mobile friendly, my customization, made for real estate investors, actually wholesalers. It's all-in-one customer relationship management tool. And we are opening up for 75 people for a very brief amount of time, and we got some ridiculous special pricing for you. So this allows you better follow-up, higher conversions, and no lead is left behind, meaning you get bigger checks. This is an @ sign. Right, which is great. So now, who's it for? If you're part-time or full-time, you need this. You want consistent paydays every single month, you need this. Local and virtual wholesalers, you need this. Wants to get competitive edge, you have to have this. You want to get more deals through follow-up, you need it. Wants to succeed, understand what it takes. It takes hard work and dedication. Who is this not for? If you want to get like a get-rich-quick or wants a done-for-you system, it is pretty much done for you, but you still got to get in there and you got to build your business, talk to sellers, and make offers. Unethical, wants to take advantage of people, whiner, and no backbone, lack of persistence, right? Definitely don't want that. We got that. Here are 8 bonuses. You get access to the Flip to Freedom Academy, and it's our private members-only Facebook group. There's K. Apple-like support from our amazing support staff team, which is amazing. Automated follow-up fortunes training, understanding how to use follow-up to make a fortune, how to do that 5 to 12 follow-ups, how to increase your business by 80% with not adding any marketing expense. There's 0. Super migration assistant. People go, well, listen, I'm in Podio. How do I get into this? That was my biggest concern. I'm in Podio. I got thousands of people in Podio. How do I pull them into FreedomSoft? If you're in another platform and you want to pull them over here, we have a migration assistance to make it super easy for you. Freedom Logic implementation training. We got full training access within the site, and we're doing special training that's coming up that I want to invite you to next Friday. I'll be doing it, and it's with actually the developer of this platform. I'm going to get on with him, and we're going to go through a training implementation on it, and it's you're going to love it. So it's going to happen next Friday. There's F. Bi-weekly deal or no deal with Brandon. It's part of our bonuses. Brandon gets on with you, deal or no deal, and he'll analyze your deals and tell you if it's a deal or no deal. Here's Paul. Boom, baby. $7,600. Got my first check, $5,000 from Eldridge. Here's F. Justin Boyd, $20,000 profit. Here's a no-brainer. All right, so how much is all this? Well, it's pretty easy. Either spend $37,000 as you scale your business with a bunch of headaches, or this, and I got special pricing. So we surveyed our 6-figure syndicate members, which is our mastermind members. Most of them said this thing is priceless, actually. They said $44,000, $1,900. So we're not going to charge $4,000, not going to charge $1,900. But you get everything a part of this, the Freedom Logic software. It's a $1,697 platform. Automated follow-up fortunes, $1,197. Deal or no deal, $997. Unlimited Apple-like support, $697. Digital contract signing in all my forms, $497. Migration training, $1,297. Exclusive access to Freedom, Flip to Freedom private Facebook group, implementation training, and total value. Now, we're gonna do this. Here's part of that, 75 special pricing. You get to test drive it for 30 days. And it's $1697 or 3 pay of $597 with a monthly of $497 for 75. But if you use this special coupon for special pricing, you get $1,000 off on our special pricing. Now, we released this over a year ago to a beta group. And that beta group literally took off with it and did incredible and absolutely loved it. And this is we updated it. The platform's been updated. There's a lot of things with call automation that's been updated, with the zip finder has been updated. A lot of the reporting has been updated. And now we're re-releasing it at special pricing at $1,000 off. So it's not $1697, it's only $697. It's not payment plan of $257 if you want to do a 3 pay. It's $257 instead of monthly $497, it's $197. Only for 75 licenses. And all you got to do is go to getfreedomlogic.com, getfreedomlogic.com. Go there, get that, and you can have access to Freedom Logic and get logged in immediately. Examine it, inspect it, and begin to use it immediately. 100% risk-free, 100% satisfied. For any reason, submit a support ticket, and we'll be happy to help you out. Also, you get fast action bonus. Live training with me every 2 weeks. I get on the call and answer questions. I just did one this past Wednesday. It was amazing. Awesome call with these people. We talked about the market. We talked about the inverted yield curve that's about to happen. We talked about inflation. We talked about what's happening in this crazy real estate market. We talked about how to make offers, how to get contracts signed, how to sell properties. And we did that all on the live call, which was awesome. So you get all this stuff. That's a $19,000 value. All you gotta do is go to getfreedomlogic.com, getfreedomlogic.com, use the coupon code 1K off. It's only 75 licenses. You also can use PayPal credit if you choose. You can use PayPal credit and it will finance you for the $697. And then you can be good to go. But go to getfreedomlogic.com. Use the special coupon code. Make sure you do that. Get Freedom Logic. So if I just go there right now, let me see if I can pull up and see what it looks like. We're gonna go to, oops. Go. Okay, so here's what it looks like when you go here. Get Freedom Logic. Here's everything you get, right? So if I go through and put the coupon code, what's the coupon code again?
Hey there, where are you going?
I don't want to go anywhere. All right, so 1K off, 1K off. So if I put in here 1K OFF, I press apply. It should work. $697, it reduces it by $1,000, or you can do a payment plan. Make sure you put the coupon code in there. Here's everything you get in the program and success stories. Frequently asked questions are down here. So just go to getfreedomlogic.com. You can get that right now. All right, so now let's go here. We got Monica Williams, we got Tyler White's, and we got our last page right here. Okay, cool. Now, we go on. What is the word? So I'm gonna go here, and we got 100 licenses left. So, Freedom Logic deal at 1K off. There we go. People are ticking away. So we got Freedom Logic bill. but he missed it. He missed it's a Freedom Life. So the first one to get it is Kathleen B. So Kathleen B, you are a winner. So I'm going to put you down here, Kathleen B. We got Ferris is a winner. Ferris is a winner. Good job, Ferris. Right? We got Flip to Freedom X, Good Freedom Logic. Andrew. G, and Andy. And Andy, Freedom Logic at 1. Oh, he missed it, 1K. So Andy, you missed it, but Freedom Logic deal at 1K off. So Connor gets the 4th spot. Connor, oops, I gotta make sure. Hold on, let me make sure I get all of Connor. I got Connor. All right, Connor. Congratulations, Connor. And Andrew G. Okay, so now I gotta confirm that you guys didn't post multiple times. Right? So I gotta make sure you guys didn't post multiple times. So we've got over here Kathleen. Oops, what the heck? I lost you. Okay, here. Oh, I missed all. All right, so those are our 4 winners right here. So we get Kathleen B, Ferris, Connor, and Andrew G. You are our winners. Reach out to Chelsea at help@flip2freedom. Help@flip2freedom.com. Help@flip2freedom.com. Send her your PayPal, your Venmo, PayPal or Venmo, or and then your information, right? That you're just one of the winners. So congratulations for signing up, for helping out with the webinar and being very attentive and observant. I appreciate it. Is there any questions or anything, Alec, at all? Or what? Huh? Alex said he had some questions. I love it. He put this little button right here so I can go back and forth, which is cool. All right. Questions? Yeah. It's help@flip2freedom.com. Andrew, help@flip2freedom.com. 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 What? Oh, what is that? It's on the live? I don't see it on the live. Let me see. Follow-ups, would you include the ones that say they're not interested? Okay, so should you include the ones that aren't interested in the follow-up? I would put them in long-term follow-up. Actually, you know what? If they're not interested, they're saying, I'm not interested, I don't want to sell. So no, I would not include that. If someone says, I want to follow up, you know, hey, I'm going to sell in 6 months, or I'm going to sell in 5 months, then you put them in long-term company follow-up. But if someone says, I'm not interested, I'm not selling, then that's a different story than no. I wouldn't follow up, no. Put up the live on your computer. Put up live? Okay. Huh? That's not gonna work. All right, we're gonna close this down. You guys, thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, send it over to help@flip2freedom.com, help@flip2freedom.com. Thank you so much for participating. I greatly appreciate it. The winners will send you your $250 cash. Thanks for being here. And Alec is back. We were supposed to be last Thursday, so we were kind of impromptu this Thursday, hoping he was going to be better. But he is better from COVID now, so he's good to go. So again, thank you so much for participating, and we'll see you on the next live. God bless.